So today's presentation is on AI security and privacy. This is a blind test challenge because we're going to have AI helping us as we learn about AI. My name is Luis Vargas. I'm a cybersecurity consultant at CyberReady.one, and my main job over there is to do policy documents, a lot of media stuff. AI safety and why it matters to you. AI safety matters to you as a person. It also matters to you as an employee, and it matters to you as a business owner. How many of you use ChatGPT? That's 50% of the room right here. Or how many of you use other Gen AIs? How many of you guys use it at work? That's two. So it seems like when it comes to work, maybe we're not as liberal with our use of it. If you use it at work, do you stop to question if it's safe, if the information you're getting is accurate, or if your conversation is even private at all? The reality is that AI is just evolving rapidly. And problems that we had 6 months ago look nothing like the problems that we have today. 6 months ago, hallucinations were constant. Every time you talk to an AI, it gave you a bad result. Now it doesn't give you as many bad results, but it can still hallucinate, but it's just not as big of a problem. Now we have different problems where AI can be used to hack, or AI can be used to create phishing emails and phishing campaigns. So our AI issues, our privacy, and our risks change all the time. So what you may learn today may become outdated in a year, but it's always good to stay up to date. So there's two main things we want to be really careful with when we play with AI. Doesn't matter which one. And the first one is PII. This stands for personally identifiable information. These are the things that make up your profile. And these are the things that hackers use to get your information. Using AI, it already knows your email address, and it probably knows your name. But it doesn't know your number, it doesn't know your home address, social security number. This is all stuff that you have to actually give it for it to know. And this is what hackers use to basically get in. But outside of that, there's proprietary information. So if you're working for a company, you have data. You have customer data, you have employee data, you have financial data, there's passwords that you have, product designs that you may not want to share. So this is all stuff you also don't want to give AI. And because the main point, I think, of this presentation is going to be, when it comes to businesses, who's in charge of protecting all this information? AI sounds smart, but it can still be wrong. So one of the big issues that we run into is the information you get is definitely information, but it might not be right. Because AI is trained on data. And sometimes it's trained on data that it goes out and it finds. And so when you ask it a question, it looks through the internet or it looks through its data and it gets you an answer. Sometimes it can get that answer from forums, like Reddit. And so somebody says something on Reddit, the LLM goes out like ChatGPT, and it looks for this information, it comes across this discussion, and then it gives you that. It's just handing you somebody else's opinion. It didn't form its own opinion, and it's not really fact-based. How reliable is AI really? For this, we're going to actually ask AI. During these activities, please do not share any personal information or company-sensitive information, like we just talked about. The more inputs we have, the better, because then we can start kind of seeing. The results that come out surprise people all the time. And so as these activities continue, and as people fill into this room, we're going to get more and more varied and interesting results. But let's just start really easy. If you guys wouldn't mind entertaining me, can you go to your AI, whichever one you use, and can you ask it if it always tells the truth? When you asked AI if it always tells the truth, what did it get back with you at? What did it tell you? We do get kind of around the same answer regardless of what AI you tell. And it kind of breaks down into AI says it makes mistakes and it's very upfront with you from the start. So if you go to a restaurant and the restaurant says, okay, it's a 20-minute wait, and it's an average of 20-minute wait, and you go and you have to wait 20 minutes, and you get mad at them because it's taking too long, they were upfront with it from the start. AI tells you it's not always perfect and it makes mistakes.